Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I wanted to show you the journals that I made, one for my daughter and one for her friend. We went to our trip to West Virginia, so this is the front, and I put chipboard between to make the front cover, and this was my first time using my cinch. Now when I did my daughter's, this was the second one I did, I didn't have a good enough grip when I went to cinch the binding, and it slipped and it made them not completely circular, but I had to do it twice because I had enough for this piece and then had to move down to do the rest of it. So this part's perfectly circular, but this part's a little wonky, but my daughter's alright with it. And it's nothing fancy. It's just, I went through a whole bunch of my 12 by 12 papers. Now, this was the first time I used my cinch. I had to figure out, I had cut my papers. The cover is 8.5 by 11, and the paper was 8 by 10.5, because I wanted to have a little lip here on the end so it wouldn't be sticking, you know, flush. And that proved to be a little trickier than I had thought, but I never just, you know, can take the easy route when I'm learning something. I always have to feel like I jump in with both feet, and I did, you know, but it turned out. It just took me a little while longer. And this one has a extra flap that folds over so she can add stuff to it. Then I added some little bags in here. Some more pages. I had gotten the, let me see if I have it right here. I think I do. They're from Stampin' Up. They're the framelits file tag. The file tag framelits. And her name went right out of my head and I know it. JB Lady Scrapper wanted to see how they look. So this was it. So you could see how it looked, and I did one in the other book too as well, but I just put it in here, and I thought it looked really cute, and then you would have flipped it and then put the third one over on this side. But that's what it looks like right there, and I was real tickled with that. Karen, oh duh, I don't know where my head went, Karen. But yeah, I told you I was going to use it in the journals for the girls, and there it is. And it was super easy to do. The die is 6 inches wide, so I cut the paper 6 inches wide, and then just determined how long I wanted to make it, and that's all I did. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't hard at all to use the dies. And then I printed out some pages for them to journal on, in case they had something they wanted special to write about. Left some blank pages. They left the back of it blank in case they wanted to doodle or draw or put pictures there. Put another little bag that I had in there. My husband, I keep saying I'm sorry. My husband made sure, again, made sure that he picked up some postcards, and we made sure that we got some flyers and things from where we stopped at, because I knew I wanted to do this for the girls. So he helped me gather stuff up for it that, you know, if they want to use it in here they can, but if not, they can put their photos in. And I, you know, no rhyme or reason to the papers, you know, just all different. And that's how the girls wanted them. They didn't want a particular color scheme. These are some small coin envelopes, and I am going to punch a little circle here so they can, you know, put in whatever they want in there, because I know they did get some small things that they'll want to keep. Again, another page to journal on, a larger coin envelope, and then just a small envelope. And there's another page where there'll be 2 brown envelopes, and I just put them on the same page, put one at the top, one at the bottom. So it's all, you know, it's different all the way through. This one has a pocket, you know, here. Whoops, you can't see it because I'm out of the frame. has a pocket right here that I made. Here's another, this is just another little bag. I put some watercolor paper in because my daughter loves to watercolor, and I thought she might want to, you know, do that with one of the things that she saw. You know, you might want to try to replicate it in a watercolor image. Here's the two little brown paper bags. Another page. A little red bag. Another watercolor page. And this is another one of the pocket pages that I made here. The back is blank, so they can just put pictures. Then another pocket page, another coin envelope, and then the last one has a little tip out so that it matches the back here. And then of course I had to put that made with love because this one's for my daughter. And they're all, I mean, they're all different papers and everything. And this one, when I had originally tried to decide what I was going to write on the front, I wrote our trip to West Virginia, there and back again. And my daughter made a joke that I should write a Hobbit's Tale because that's what his book was called. And so we switched it up here. I'll zoom you in a little so you can see. It says, our trip to West Virginia, there and back again, a hillbilly's tale. And so I thought they would like that. And then for her friend who is not from West Virginia, we put a wannabe hillbilly's tale. And again, same things, I mean different papers, but same style, same kinds of bags, same folder, you know, and the same little bags here in the front. So real easy to do. And this was my first time using my cinch. And the funny part is I did this one first, and the binding came out perfect. It's a perfect circle, and then I got a little wonky on the second one. But I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to realize I didn't have it up against the back. And I have the new one that cuts the square holes, and I like how when you adjust the setting to how big your binding is, you know, I was thinking it was going to go all the way down and I was going to have to watch it, because every video that I watched on YouTube said, you know, you need to watch it to make sure you don't go past. Well, that was, I guess, the first one that came out or something. But the second and the third one, which this is one I have, is the third edition, you know, it stops automatically at that point. You can't put any more pressure. You could push all you want, but it's only going to go so far. So that was really cool. That was helpful. And I pulled out the stuff that my husband got them and that I had put aside for them, and I think they're going to be very happy when they get their pictures developed and get to put it all together. I hope they like it, and like I said, this was my first time, but I could definitely see me having a lot of fun. You know, I want to make a book for my new grandbaby to come, and I actually wrote a book, and my daughter is going to, it's just a children's book, and my daughter's gonna illustrate it for me, and so maybe my first original copy will be hand done for my grandson or daughter, but I think it's gonna be a boy. So we'll see. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.